updated this damn story in months.
So what's a few more hours then?
Me going to sleep and going to work tonight.
That's fair.
True.
Also, haven't updated this story in months is like most of them for you at this point.
Yeah.
It's
not
all
judging,
of my stories.
just saying that's a state of. That's it's just how it is at this point.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't really even have the time to really focus on writing another like story or anything at this point.
I don't either, but I like doing it, so I want progress to be made in this damn story.
Yeah.
If I wasn't DMing an entire D&D game, more able to write.
Why?
As it is, when I end up wanting to write something, it just goes straight into my game.
Oh god, this ending of this fight's gonna be so stupid. Alright. It's gonna work. I can make it work.
And on that note, hello everybody and welcome to the Fandom Flux podcast episode 235.
Wait, you were recording, you asswipe?
For like, you remember when I went just randomly? That it was a few seconds after that.
Oh.
You dick.
236. I got it wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong ever since I met you.
Yeah. I'm Casey. How's it going? And I don't know why I'm doing this voice. Maybe it's because Wizard Beelzebub was an anime reflux just now. So I'm just sort of just randomly doing baby voice. I don't know why. So
It's terrifying.
yeah. We got Kenshi.
Hi, I'm Kenshi618. Welcome to October, everybody. The first month on the winter gauntlet of horrible holiday months.
Oh god. Fireworks have already started.
Oh yeah, we're gonna ease you in with some Halloween. Then slide you over to a nice family-sized portion of Thanksgiving for those who live in America. I don't know if you guys celebrate over there.
Nope.
And then we're gonna move you into the clusterfuck finish of Christmas and New Year's.
Yeah, we get Halloween, then we get not sleeping for the next 2 weeks because people are letting fireworks off constantly because Guy Fawkes. Then we have Black Friday, thanks America.
You're welcome.
No
And
problem.
during all of this, we have the run up to Christmas because that's how commercialism works these days.
Yeah.
So, yay.
Well, to be fair about your Guy Fawkes Day, we already had our fuck you fireworks day for July. So.
Yeah, but you have that like right in the middle of summer where there's nothing else to worry about. It's just the one thing. And there's no presents for it or anything. It's just eating shitty barbecue food and watching fireworks and getting drunk.
Whoa. Shitty.
Okay.
I will give you the fireworks. When you leave my goddamn barbecued whatever the hell I decided to throw on the grill that afternoon out of it.
Yeah, I'm with Kenshi on this one.
Yeah, okay. Also, Zero is here.
Hey, everybody. I wish I had something funnier to say than that, but honestly, at this point, I really don't.
Why are you so defeated?
Zero's Eeyore this week.
Gosh, John, we bringing that back now?
I mean, are we?
Zero, do you want to bring it back? I don't really mind either way.
Okay, I'll say something funny. Here's an interesting fact.
Uh-oh.
When I was a kid, and I was living in Arkansas.
Arkansas?
Kansas.
Arkansas. When I was living down there, my mom would, she'd set rules for how often I could play video games because I really like video games. And eventually I was able to negotiate, right? So we got Dance Dance Revolution. If I spent 30 minutes playing Dance Dance Revolution and getting exercise in, I could play video games.
Wow. I mean, credit to your mom, I guess. I think
We had a dance pad and everything. And so,
And that's the story of how Zero got really good at Dance Dance Revolution.
yes, I'm actually really good at Dance Dance Revolution because of that. I think it was only like I play 30 minutes and then I get an hour or two of actually playing video games. They're not
Real
that,
video
but
games.
I got to really like Dance Dance.
I quote some lyrics from the Fall Out Boy song, but no one actually knows Fall Out Boy lyrics. So
I do.
Slicer is here.
I do.
I actually had a week for the first time in a few weeks, so that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
I'm not depressed. On the other hand of that.
Yay.
Yay?
Okay. It's hard to say whether that was just a suspiciously specific denial or not. I don't.
No, it was Zero was bringing the downer, so I'm trying to bring
okay.
the upper here.
Okay.
I actually had a good week for the first time in a while.
Cool. Also, you have your internet back, which is nice.
Yeah, there's that. I mean, it's still our internet, so it's still shit. But, you know, it functions, technically.
But you came back to the Sea of Bowsette, so that's...
Yeah,
oh, God, I did, yeah. Oh, man.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah, he missed the first couple of days of that, and... Wow.
I mean, I still have a phone, so I didn't really miss it, but wow, that was a lot.
Chomp Chan's still his best one. Yeah, Patient's not here because his work fucked him over in regards to hours. He now has to work Tuesdays, so that's kind of shitty. We're trying to work around that. We'll see what we can do. So, yeah, he's not on this one. Sad face.
I will say, just another example of salary going terribly for someone. I cannot stand the idea of someone working on a salary.
Yeah.
Every time I've seen or known someone who works on a salary, they always get screwed over. They work way more hours than anyone should have to.
Yeah. That's a very American thing. Because you guys don't like unions. That doesn't really happen over here. So. Well, it can, but that's very specific subset of people that will do that, and it's usually entirely of their own volition. Who wants to go first? I'll go first. I can be quick. So I did some writing, as I do every week now, because I'm productive as a person. It's very new for me, but it's very fulfilling. And it has borne fruit, because I am now the number 2 story on Elder Scrolls section. Number 2.
Sweet.
Number 2. Which is like halfway there to getting to number 1, because that category is bonkers. But, you know, it's an accomplishment.
What is the first one?
It's, what was it, Dragonrend? The one where Alduin turns human or something. I think.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I asked that, considering I haven't read any Skyrim fanfiction. So I have no idea. I have no context for that. But yeah, that's cool.
It has like 2,100 followers, and I have 1,200, almost 13, I think. So yeah, like just over halfway. That's great.
I mean, that's still pretty good. Like, that's nothing to sneeze at, certainly.
So that was fun. That was a journey on the day that I posted that, because I posted it in the morning and I'm like, oh, cool. In the next few hours, I might actually get into second place, because I was like 2 or 3 behind. And a bunch of reviews came in. That's okay. Awesome. Good reviews, and they're detailed, and they have criticism and everything, and it's all the things I would usually be delighted and over the moon to get, but why am I not getting any followers? Just one, maybe? Can I get it's another review, that's cool, but followers, please. Oh shit, I got a follow. Oh, that's for another story. That's not what I...
No one likes it when you beg.
Yeah. So, that was a journey. And it took until I went to bed and I woke up and I was like, yeah, okay, that's put me over. I got like 3 or 4. That was fun. That was nice.
Oh.
Wish I could have been awake for it.
I was assuming the website was broken, as tends to happen a lot.
No, I just wasn't getting them. And at the same time, second place was getting 1 or 2. That was irksome, let's call it. It's like, released a chapter and I'm making no progress. But yeah, that was a fun chapter to write too, because it's like it was College of Winterhold stuff, but I did an interlude where the apprentices that you actually hang out with in the game are more like high school seniors or college students, like, you know, university college students, which was fun, just sort of turning those characters and twisting them a little bit. So yeah, very much enjoyed doing that one. I have been watching videos of video games, and I'm kind of tempted to buy a video game. And I have 2 options because money is not exactly in high abundance right now. So
I assume these games suck because you're hiding the titles.
No, I just haven't said them yet.
Okay.
Do you want to tell me what the games are? Or do you want to let me tell the story?
I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything.
One of them, the Devil May Cry collection.
No. I think I already have that, to be honest. So, one of them is Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Oh, God.
Because it actually looks okay. And it, you know, I haven't played Origins. I haven't played any Assassin's Creed games since Black Flag. So, it might feel fresh again, having not played one of those games in a long time. And the other option is God of War. Partially because it's supposed to be like really good and a really good story, and you know, it's all complete. There's no DLC bollocks, it's all just there. And partially because I realized while I was watching the Renegade for Life episode that they did on it, that came out yesterday, that Kratos is voiced by Christopher Judge, which I was not aware of. And that guy is awesome. So, that if I had known that when that game came out, I would have bought it on day one.
Which Assassin's Creed is it that's Egyptian themed?
Origins.
Okay. I've heard good things about that and God of War. A friend of mine was playing both of them pretty much back to back.
God of War's outstanding.
Yeah. Nothing but good things about that. So, solid purchases on both fronts. If you want a cheaper Assassin's Creed game, you could consider Origins instead of Odyssey.
So yeah, I'm considering my options, and also possibly waiting until I see my bank statement and how much I have managed to save over the course of the month. So, see how that goes.
That's fair.
Yeah. You know, I don't actually have anything I particularly want to buy aside from Spyro in November and Just Cause 4 in December, so yeah. That's pretty much cool. Oh, also birthday and Christmas shit that I need to do as well.
Right.
Friggin' holidays. But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah. Aside from that, playing a bunch of Sky Factory because that's a nice relaxation thing while I'm doing other things, or listening to other things, rather. So, that's pretty cool. That's pretty much all I got. So, Sisa.
Yeah, so I watched a number of things and played a number of things this week. I browsed Netflix and found Paradise PD, if anyone are familiar with that. It's just a cartoon cop show. The cast is pretty funny. It's 10 episodes. It's only got 1 season so far. I can't think of a good way to sell it other than it's just funny. Like the first 1.5 episodes are a little slow, but once it hits its stride, it's pretty fun. I didn't just say the Devil May Cry collection earlier because it was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm playing it right now, and I bought it because of the two best friends. I intended to get it at some point, but they just kind of pushed me to get it. It's a good thing I did because I actually got the last copy at the local store, so that was nice. DLC 3 is hard, like really hard.
I still maintain 1 is actually harder, but 3 is quite
I'm not going to deny that. Yeah. 1 is harder because you just don't have as many options.
None of them were hard to me.
What was that?
Kenchi's
God,
being a
get
Billy
good.
Big Bollocks right now.
Yeah.
I'll let's play and I'll show you because that went so well with Crash.
Yeah. I mean, 3 was hard, but it was doable, which is the important thing. If you're making a hard game, you need to make it possible. High zero. So, yeah, I mean, I got most of the way through Dante Must Die mode before I moved on to other things that had my attention.
That just doesn't sound fun to me. Like, I don't know what it is about character action, but only Bayonetta that I know of does this, where your dodge cancels everything. As in, if you hit the dodge button, you could be in the middle of an attack and you will still dodge. I need that in a character action game. Otherwise, I can't. I'm not good at it. So
I can understand. Yeah. Well,
Spider-Man does that.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that you should expect for really fast characters, but for ones that are a bit heavier, a bit more sluggish, that's not so much a thing. And frankly, I think probably shouldn't be. If that's the case, then you should be planning out how you're going to attack things and not just flying by the seat of your pants.
Yeah, but fuck that. I like flying by the seat of my pants. So, yeah, I've been making steady progress in that. I just started this morning because I actually finished South Park, Fractured But Whole. It's an okay game. Honestly, it has the same problem as the first one did, where status effects are the way to win the game.
Yeah.
You hit someone with grossed out or electric or fire, or all three, as my team was specialized in doing, and you just watch their health bar drain, or them instantly die from full health the second they take their turn.
Yeah. Yeah, that game has a problem of not actually being especially fun to play.
Yeah. Also, not going to spoil what it is, but the ending was kind of lackluster. It felt like the first game had this big, bombastic ending, and this one ended, ironically, with a bit of a fart. It's just a little toot. It's sad. It was a little sad. I don't know. Maybe the DLC is better. I couldn't get the game to upload it or update itself. I've actually been trying to download the update for the past 6 days, and it just kept failing to download. And it finally went through last night, which is good because I actually ran into a game progress preventing.
The game breaking bug.
Yeah, there we go. And I talked to them, and then it didn't complete the next part of the quest, no matter what I did. So the update fixed that, thankfully. I might get the DLC. I'm not really sure. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. I've had fun with it, so I think I will, depending on how much they cost. Oh, and I finished Andromeda as well, which same problem with the ending. That one just kind of ended, just kind of stopped. It's a real shame about that game too, because you can tell bits and pieces and parts and here and there. You can see actual care, like people tried with this thing, and then it's just, but the overall experience is just kind of bleh. I don't know. I started to care about the cast a little bit near the end, which was nice. I definitely like Drax. I think that was his name, right? The Krogan?
The old man Krogan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Old man Logan?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Korra was weird, that was for sure.
Yeah, shouldn't have brought in a character from Avatar. That was an odd decision.
Yeah, definitely.
But ting.
Weird having the Avatar in your team. Anyway, yeah. So that's pretty much been my week. I think I've watched a few other things, but I haven't seen any like full seasons or full series or anything, so nothing really stands out. And that's been my week. I think I'm gonna play Spider-Man next after I bash my head against this Devil May Cry wall a little bit more.
Sorry, you were gonna do what instead?
Play Spider-Man after I hit my head against this Devil May Cry wall.
Oh yeah,
You do that.
Spider-Man.
The problem is I've spent a lot of money over the past few days, like an entire paycheck's worth. So I don't really want to spend any more money because hospital visits are terrible when you don't have health insurance.
Yep. Yeah. Your old friend Ken knows all about that.
When I was logging back into Discord after I got disconnected, the phrase that popped up was "unbench the Kench."
Yeah,
I've
seen
gotten
that
that one. Yeah.
And you gotta unbench the Kench.
You really don't.
Don't tell him what to do.
He's good where he is.
I mean, I like the bench. It's more comfortable than standing. Also, no one relies on me for anything when you're on the bench, which is also nice.
So, also relevant to Slicer, that was a long dead air. Mostly because I was just... So, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be 100 gig.
Yeah, I saw
Plus.
that. Welcome to a game that I will never play, ever. Also, I just don't care about Red Dead. I played the first one, and I didn't even beat it. I got like halfway through it, and I just stopped caring.
I got like 3 hours in, and I was like, wow, there's a lot of horse riding, and the horse riding mechanic sucks. Cool.
I like Red Dead, but I'm not sure if I'll get it right away.
I need to see if it's actually going to be, a game instead of, more cashing in on shark card points.
Yeah. Don't get your hopes up.
I'm not.
One thing I will say that I like about Spider-Man is that
Spider-Man.
you could unlock costumes and not spend real money for them.
Yeah. Like, a lot of the pre-order bonuses and all that stuff was just things you could unlock in the game normally.
Yeah.
That's shocking. That's almost never done.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, if you pre-order, you can unlock the Infinity War suit.
You can unlock the Iron
Spider.
Iron Spider with the 4 arms in the suit.
Yeah, which you still unlock by getting through the game regularly. You just get it earlier.
Yeah, it's like a mid to late game thing that you can get, but you can get it right at the beginning. Also, you get 5 skill points, which just means you effectively hit max level 5 levels earlier, which is fine, but not necessary. So
yeah,
it's a lot of nice bonuses, but you're not missing out on anything if you don't get it.
And
so.
like just with Spider-Man, the only thing that is paid are going to be the story packs, which will have missions and new characters and new costumes and stuff all included.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with that. The game feels... I'd say the game feels complete as is, wouldn't you, Casey?
Yeah.
So... yeah. Microtransactions are going to probably ruin Red Dead.
Yeah.
Because, we saw... I believe that stuff was starting to emerge in GTA 5.
Well, here's the thing. They have a model now for Rockstar games. Is you have the big single-player campaign where they actually put a certain level of care into it, even if the story kind of sucks and doesn't really make any narrative sense. And then they will have an entirely separate thing, which is the online, which is where they'll put dump trucks worth of microtransactions into it. So it will probably have a complete experience in it for the single player, but don't hold your breath for the multiplayer. It's probably
Speaking
at
of
the moment, I'm not
microtransactions-
really itching for a cowboy game at the moment.
Speaking of microtransactions and Devil May Cry, have you guys heard about the Jim Sterling video with the Devil May Cry stuff in it?
Yeah,
For Gems 5?
from what I heard from the best friends is that it's really not that big of a deal.
The
They're
fact that
selling
they're there
character
at all
upgrades,
is
which
disgusting to me.
The fact that microtransactions are there is bad, but at the very least, it doesn't seem like, as far as people have seen from playing the game, it doesn't seem like it will have an actual impact on the balancing of the game, which is what matters.
I mean, yeah, kind of.
But we'll see.
Hmm.
Because microtransactions for Devil May Cry 5 are basically, you get more of that experience. You can quickly level up, but it seems like it doesn't seem like a grind to get that experience.
Even if that's the case, Zero, I'm still just gonna say microtransactions are just companies saying, "Give us more money for basically nothing."
Yeah, it's still, I don't like microtransactions, but I'm just, what I care about is if you can still play the game and have fun without them.
But you play gotcha games, dog.
Hey, gosh darn it, I play gacha games. I've mastered myself. I've not spent any money on this new one I'm playing, except for the starter pack. That's my weakness.
Whatever you say, G.
Don't gotcha
If
shame.
you're having fun with them, I suppose. I don't know. You do you, Zero.
As long as it doesn't cost me any money, you do you.
We have the entire group of people just kind of squatting in the gaming channel on Discord talking about Fate Go.
Fate
Yeah,
Go and
that's-
Warframe. Yep.
Oh, it is Warframe? Okay, I thought that was more just the Fate Go channel, because that's all I ever hear people talking about.
Nope. Bifresh and Mal play Warframe as well. And occasionally it slips back into general, and I have to scold them by imitating their garbage words that they use as if they actually mean anything.
So what else were you doing, Slicer?
That was it. I've seen a few other random bits and pieces of shows here and there, but nothing really stands out as exceptionally good or bad, thankfully.
Oh, and I got more mead also. That was a thing that I did. I abstained for a while, but I missed it, so I ordered more balls. It's good.
Due to budget or just
Budget mostly, yeah. So.
Because you don't really strike me as the kind that's an alcoholic, so
No.
I wasn't really worried about you over drinking.
If that spiced mead was non-alcoholic, it would probably be the only thing I drink. It is that good.
Spiced mead.
Can't you?
Yeah.
Can't you?
Are you attacking me for insulting your enjoyment, your hipster enjoyment of spiced mead, or you want me to go?
Both?
Why is it hipster? I finally found a drink that I like that isn't fucking piss water, beer, or lager or ale.
Listen, that's great. What you needed to know coming in, the implications of enjoying mead. It's a hipster drink now.
It's really good.
Are Vikings hipsters now? Is that where this is going?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. The Viking legacy has ended in hipsterism.
Yeah, basically because there are no Vikings anymore. So drinking mead, kind of hipstery. But that's neither here nor there. I'll let you dwell about that in your own free time next time you're enjoying some.
I mean, politically speaking, hipsters and Vikings not exactly a group that mesh. Like,
Can I
know
just
that.
change your name of the Discord from Captain Hipster to Captain Viking?
No.
Viking hipster.
Hipster Viking.
Ken, what the fuck have you done this week?
Okay, fine. All right. I've been putting this off. I am not the tag team champions.
Oh.
I was not able to win the tournament. I'm sorry. I tried my best, and I failed.
Was it a failing on your end or your partner's end?
Well, I was pinned. But I will have you know, it took like 2 super kicks and 2 frog splashes to do it. To finally beat me. So, yeah. And then my partner was not happy with me. My partner was not happy with me after I lost, so he hit me with a bone.
Oh,
What?
okay.
Of all the things to hit you with, I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, his partner was Captain Caveman. I'm not sure what you were expecting.
But
Oh,
like,
right.
oh, right.
Wait,
Yeah.
was that actually the
Probably.
thing? I was trying to make a joke.
Well, no, my partner is like a savage, so he carries a
Oh,
bone in the ring.
okay. Honestly, I was just making a joke reference, but yeah, okay. Never mind.
So, yeah.
Continue.
So, yeah, I wasn't able to pull that one off. But it was a good time. It's a pretty good show. I'll have my time in the sun eventually. One day. One day. And hey, the team we lost to were the teams that eventually won the titles. So there's that. At least I didn't lose to losers.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna lose to the best.
Yeah, you don't want to be the guy that lost to 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 the guy that became champion.
And I was in the semifinals. So, you know, I went a ways.
Oh, that's pretty good.
I really wanted those belts, though, because when we got there, like, no one had seen what they looked like until they opened the boxes when everyone was there. And I was like, I want that title now. It's brand new. The leather's not scuffed. The metal's not messed up. I want it. And I wasn't going to get it. Unfortunate. Let's see. Other than that, let's see. Oh, God. So I tried to be cool about this. I tried to be positive. But I cannot hide my woes any longer. I'm not going to see Venom.
No.
I'm not going to see it. No.
I'm gonna go see it.
You try to enjoy that.
My dad bought tickets already. And he
Yeah.
was like, "We're gonna go see Venom." I'm like, "Okay, cool. If it's not good, it will be comically bad."
Probably.
Because it's comic.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be bad.
I'd like it not to be a rip-off of The Darkness from Top Cow. That'd be good.
I at this point, like, this is the Sony's trying to create the Venomverse, which I just find hilarious.
That's not how that works.
Yeah.
They're like, they're gonna make they already announced they're working on Mobius as a movie. Remember Mobius?
Yes, that's the fake vampire from Spider-Man. That's
Yes.
not how this works. That's not how any of this works.
I want these to be bad monster movies.
Isn't that what they tried for a while? They were gonna make the Monster Verse or whatever.
Yeah, but the MonsterVerse was boring.
That
It
was
wasn't,
Universal.
like, comically bad.
You see, here's the thing. That didn't have to be bad. They made it bad.
You know what I wish they'd done instead of this? Just made a Darkness movie.
No one knows anything about the darkness.
But it was good, and it's
No one-
basically their version of Venom for some reason.
You're not wrong, honestly.
It even does the tentacle thing that just rises up and talks to him. That's literally the Darkness. That's what the...
Yeah, Venom's symbiote didn't talk to him. Like, it was all right.
I thought it did.
It
it
was
was
in his head. Yeah, it was in his head. It didn't come out and fucking talk in front of the camera.
Didn't make a
Well, that
tentacle
doesn't
with a
work so
mouth
well
on
in
the end.
movies. So.
It doesn't really work that well in a movie setting, though. Like, it's more cinematic, I
And
guess.
that's one reason why Venom is not a main character.
Boy, I can't wait until we get to see the Venom movie. I will give you guys my full thoughts on that.
You do that because I'm probably not gonna go see it. Like at first I was trying to be positive about it. Like, have you ever seen the episode of The Simpsons where Homer like has a full pig and ends up losing it and he goes chasing after it down the hill?
It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good.
It's just a little
gone.
dirty. It's
I
still
know.
good. It's still good. It's just a little wet. It's still good. It's still good. It's just a little airborne. And it's gone. It's gone, children. Venom is gone. And I can't go watch it. I cannot in good conscience sit my ass in that chair for 2 hours and watch that movie knowing the next day I have to do 4 hours to have a wrestling show. That's not happening. That is not happening. So I'm going to take a hard pass on this one. I'm so sad.
The Darkness would be a mafia movie with superheroes. How does that not sound amazing?
I mean, you can say this all you want to, but that's never going to happen because no one knows what
But it should.
the darkness is.
But it should.
I know what it is. You know what it
happen.
is.
It would be so good.
Why don't you go and get on that and send some messages to some people in power?
But I can't now. You see? Because now Sony's ripped it off. So now if you try and do it, well, you just get, well, he's just doing the Venom thing. No! No, that's not, no.
That's a really big assumption that anyone's going to go watch Venom.
That's a fair point, actually, yeah. You got a point there.
Like, oh man, I wanted to believe Tom Hardy was in this. I was like, yes, Tom Hardy's not going to let this suck. And, well, I had too much faith in Tom Hardy. There's only so much he can do.
Anything else, Ken?
Not really. I didn't maim myself with martial arts weaponry this week, so there's that.
Cool.
Progress, I guess. Oh, I also got NHL. NHL 19 hockey game.
Okay, right.
You really should. That's really good. Hockey games are fun. They're really fast paced.
Yeah, but I'd end up playing the Achievement Hunter way, where they basically have no rules. Like, just literally turning off all of the rules for the game, because I don't know the rules of hockey.
I mean, you can do that. They're very accessible about that. They let you do that, but you can't do that online. So don't ever play a human.
Yeah, that would be bad. I would... Yeah, if memory serves, if you foul too many times in that game, they literally kick you out of the game. So, yeah.
That doesn't seem realistic. It's a hockey game, right?
Yeah, a hockey game, you can't, like, skate 40 miles an hour and plow the back of someone's head into the glass wall.
Bullshit. The best way to play hockey.
Slicer, I assume you've had concussions before.
Maybe. I don't remember.
God. Well, they're not good for you. They're not good for you. So people try to, keep them from happening to other humans. It's kind of a thing in health. Kind of a major deal in American sports right now. Since like 2007. So no, we don't. That's not how we play games. That's not how we treat little boys in the ice. Don't teach your child how to hit someone in the head.
Okay. Ken's referencing actual real-world things, and I don't think any of us actually know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I assumed you didn't. None of you do. It's okay.
I was just spacing out.
Whatever. All right, that's it. I'm done. Move on.
Zero's here. He's gonna tell us all about D&D, probably.
Hey, so I started reading a manhwa called Lookism. These past couple weeks.
I'm sorry, what type of media was it again?
A manhwa. It's a Korean
I
manga.
love saying that word.
Manhwa.
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 And the basic premise of it is this kind of chubby, just overweight, kind of not so good looking kid is bullied and just beaten down and trod upon.
I mean, like every manhwa I've ever read.
And he moves somewhere else And he's like, you know what? I can't go and live that old place anymore. And he's like extremely poor. His mom literally is just getting cardboard boxes and recycling them to get money to help him live off on his own, and is working herself to the bone. And when he falls asleep and wakes up in his new place, there is another body next to him, and he finds that when he falls asleep, he can switch to this body which is handsome, tall, good-looking, and really strong. And when he falls asleep in that body, he switches back to the other body.
Well, clearly it's time to kill the old body.
Yeah.
So what he ends up doing is, during the day, his good-looking body will go to class and make friends and everything and get in fights and win. And his other body will work the night shift at a convenience store to make money so that he can support himself. And in this way, he's able to basically be conscious 24 hours straight, but yet still gain the benefits of sleep when he switches bodies. And there have been moments in that in this thing where I've been like, I'm not too sure about the direction this is going, but reading it up to where it is now, I can kind of recommend it. There are some arcs in it where it focuses on side characters and doesn't necessarily matter, but where it takes the main character in his journey as he kind of struggles with his own problems and his own ways of dealing with his problems, it's done really well.
Could you put the name of this in the chat, by the way?
It's called Lookism, so I'll post it.
Thank you. And what type of media was this again?
Manhwa.
Stop it.
Manhwa!
I'd be twisting your arm right now if we were within reach of each other.
And he'd still be saying it too.
Manhwa.
A little more breathless and a little more.
Zero? Any cream?
Aside from that, I went with my parents to go see the movie Unbroken Part 2.
Is any relation to Unbreakable?
Unbreakable, yeah, sorry. I think.
Wait.
No, Unbroken. It is Unbroken. I'm getting confused. No, it's Unbroken Part 2. It is related to Louis Zamperini, who in Unbroken Part 1, he was it told his story of when he was in the war and when his plane crashed and went down, and he ended up in a Japanese camp as a prisoner of war, and the problems he dealt with that as he eventually made his way back home. And he was like a Olympic runner and had all this thing going for him. And Louis Zamperini had actually come to our church before and had talked, because he basically converted to Christianity really hard. Weird thing about this movie, it's like, hey, we have like a different director and all the actors are different, and you don't know who anybody is anymore because this doesn't have the same budget at all. And it was really uncanny. Because it's more, Part 2 is more of a Christian movie, but it's handled in a way that is, I'm a Christian. It's handled in a way that's a cheesy Christian movie style. If that makes sense.
That's always entertaining.
Where it was like a really good movie, and it is a really good story. It's all true. It's just there's that specific way that people talk, where they don't talk like real people. In a lot of the cheesier Christian movies. And it's like, whenever I talk to you, I need to talk to you about prayer. And it's just like, I understand that, I am a Christian, I understand where that's coming from, but at the same time, there are moments in that movie where you can just feel it being forced.
Yeah.
That being said, like aside from those moments, it's actually pretty good. But yeah, it was also kind of weirdly paced, and like some parts took too long, and some parts they didn't elaborate on enough. And you could definitely feel the budget cuts. Yeah, so that was a weird experience. Also, the next season of Survivor started.
Of what started? Your mic got a little...
Survivor.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the whole... Like, I've been watching Survivor with my mom for a very long time. So the whole premise of this is Davids versus Goliaths. That's the two teams. Is you have the people who have everything and are really good physically, and then you have the people who either come from poverty or come from like low income households who, more blue collar. And it was a weird first episode because it's like nobody got voted out because somebody got sick, like as typically happens in the beginning of this type of show when you're trapped on an island, and there are things there that can cause things to happen to you. But it's like, okay, Goliaths, pick the two people on the Davids tribe that you think are the weakest. And they pick this short girl and this guy, and it's just like, we'll take Big Bang Theory over there. And then the Davids just completely owned. And it's like, congratulations, you made a team that is all underdogs because you called them Davids. This is like telling everybody the Goliaths are the bad guys and the villains of the show. But yeah, Survivor's fun. I like these types of game shows where it's very social.
It's a bit of a hard sell for this crowd, maybe.
Gosh darn it.
I mean,
It's like saying how much you enjoy watching X Factor. It's like, okay, you have fun with that.
Yeah.
There was one time in Survivor where the guy got like flipped out and poured the entire group's food supply into the sand.
Yeah, I don't watch reality shows because, I got better things. I got better ways to kill my brain cells.
It's the only time I watch reality shows is with my parents.
The only thing I know about the Survivors is that a professional wrestler that I very much enjoy is
the guy from Lucha. I'm gonna say he's the guy from Lucha Underground.
Yes, Johnny Mundo.
Yeah, Johnny Mundo.
John Hennigan, I think, is what he's going by on his actual name on.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, cool, he's here.
I think the only reality TV show I've watched in a long, long time was called Boot Camp, like way back in the mid 2000s, and yeah, it's exactly what it sounds like: 10, 12 regular people going through boot camp, and if memory serves, the last challenge for the last two people in it was literally just standing to attention for as long as possible. So the last episode of the show was basically two people standing there for about half an hour of television.
Wonderful.
Yup. Riveting.
Yeah, I can't... That style of drama that sort of TV has makes me want to push people's head under the water and not stop until they stop moving. So...
Harsh.
I don't like that sort of drama, and especially in like a Survivor setting where like, hey, we don't have any food anymore because this person threw a temper tantrum. It's time to get the knives.
Yeah.
It's like, they provided compensation food by the staff there, but everybody got really pissed. It was great. I don't know. Blame my mom. She's the one who got me into it.
Honestly, I can't blame you for being into it. It's just not my thing. Like, my family used to watch The Walking Dead every week. It would be a family thing, and we loved it. It's just then the show got shit.
I watched The Walking Dead with my dad, regardless of quality.
Yeah. Yeah, they killed Carl, and that was what did it for my family. We couldn't watch it after that.
Carl.
My youngest brother looks almost exactly like Carl. Sorry.
They should not have done that.
Yeah.
There's quite literally no reason for them to do that, except to try to make a point.
There was every reason for them not to, actually. Like, the person who plays Carl got fucked over. Big time. I don't know if you guys had heard about that, but like this kid actually moved his entire family to be closer to the filming location, and like 2 weeks later they killed him.
Mm-hmm. I didn't even know about that. That's awful.
Yeah, it's real bad.
But yeah, I've been also playing a new gacha game, as was mentioned earlier.
All right, Zero, lay it on us. What is it? You haven't spent any money on it, so I can't think too negatively of it.
It's called Dragalia Lost. It's the one that Nintendo was pushing. This was made by the same people who made Granblue.
Okay.
So, story-wise, it's actually pretty decent, if not simple. And the gameplay is actually pretty fun. Funnily enough, I'd also say that even the not 5-star characters you get all have value, because it's not like some gacha games where only a 5-star can reach certain peaks of power. Like, everybody can become a 5-star. It just takes time. The gacha element, it was very generous at first, and then I realized afterwards that it was only really generous because there was a bug, and they fixed it, and that made me mad.
Oh, well, shit.
It was like whenever you played co-op, you basically got like 150 of the currency, and you need like 1,500 to get a 10 summon.
Oh, it's not bad.
Just like,
okay.
Like 10 matches in co-op, and you can just do a 10 summon. But they removed that, and that made me a little bit, That being said, I'm still having plenty of fun with it, and they're adding a raid in a day or two, which will be pretty fun because you'd be 4 players controlling 4 different four teams of 4, so it'd be 16 players against 1 raid boss, which seems fun. Like, the biggest thing it has going for it is it has co-op but no PvP. So it's not like a situation in which having low power units really screws you over because there's an element tied to PvP.
Do you have like a full-on guild that you're a part of, or do you just like what level of?
Currently, there are no guilds. This game just came out.
Oh, gotcha.
But
he said
it
gotcha.
is. It is fun because of the co-op aspect. Because everybody gets an ability where they can just transform into a dragon. And so when you have 4 players, they can all just transform into a dragon at once and just pretty much destroy the boss. And so, levels go really easy and real fast. I don't feel like I'm just watching, a game happen in front of me like with Fate Go. Like, it feels like I'm actually playing it, which is nice and gives me, a reason to keep playing because there's actual gameplay.
I feel like we might have opposite desires in those kind of games. Like, I want to build my team and then let them play themselves. Like,
well, I have a game for that, that kind of feeling. But I've not been pumping any money into gachas recently. I've overcome my desires. It is really hard though. I'm just like, but $20 could just get me all of this, but no, $20 could get me an actual real game, and then that usually shuts myself down.
Well, good on you. I know that is hard. The one mobile game I play all the time, or at least used to. I've been steadily stopping over time, but yeah, I've thrown I think like $30 at it over the period of like 5 months. But it's very hard not to spend more. Like, yeah.
All I bought was the like an $8 pack, beginner pack, because I liked the quality of the game and I wanted to just throw a little bit of money to the developers. But that's all I'm spending.
Honestly, a lot of games have those kind of starter packs, and I don't mind getting them if I foresee myself playing the game a lot, or even just like getting a solid 2 weeks out of it. Like that's enough for me. Enough for a few bucks.
The one thing about this game that I would absolutely say is bad is how much stuff actually costs. Because you're gonna have to spend like $20 if you want to get a 10 pull, and that's just getting a pack. Comes with that amount.
Okay, I think I've had enough. Zero, I don't care.
Okay.
I both don't care, and also you're talking a lot about a gambling game. I don't care, and I don't want to care. So stop.
Okay, how was your week, Casey?
So recommendations, because Zero has forgotten that I already went.
He wasn't here. He wasn't here for that. He was off.
Right.
I wasn't here. My internet dropped, so I'm sorry if I missed all of that.
Cool.
I forgot I had 3 more quick things. Well, 2 quick ones and 1 maybe. Anyway,
right.
I have a D&D. I have a D&D game I'm going to join next Saturday.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Slice of switch audio channels.
I love my microphone. It's great. I figured out the problem, by the way. My USB port is loose, so if I bump it a little bit, the mic comes undone, and it defaults to nothing.
So you were doing a D&D thing?
Yeah. It's interesting because our DM wants us to make a rough idea of a character beforehand, and then we all build them the day of the first session. So we're not going to know what we are. So we might wind up with a party of all of the same thing, or a completely unviable party, and then our second characters will actually be thought out.
In the Sunday game I'm playing, we have 2 paladins who play completely differently.
I'm looking forward to that, honestly. There's a lot of subpaths with classes, so we might, even if we're all the same thing, we might be a viable party. Who knows?
Just all be bards.
All bards.
Bard of glamour, bard of lore, bard of everything. Bard.
Aside from that, I also read to manhwa. The Moonlight Sculptor and the Gamer, both of which I've already read, but I caught up on.
Goddamn gamer.
Moonlight Sculptor, I think it's canceled because it only had 1 new chapter, and it's been like 6 months since I've read it. So
yeah, Moonlight Sculptor. I remember actually reading the translations of that, the web novel.
It's good, but it's bad in every way that Sword Art is. Like the main character is just super special, awesome, and he's so great, and everything good happens to him. In this MMORPG setting, he is the most special, but it's fun to read for that reason, I guess.
It is power fantasy indulgent.
Yeah, pretty much. And last thing, which might not take a while, but who knows? I started playing Pillars of Eternity.
Yay!
I'm so bad at it.
Yeah.
I think I'm expecting too much out of this game, though. Has anyone played Final Fantasy 12?
No.
Yes.
Okay, you know how that game had a system where you could basically set how you wanted your teammates to act very specifically?
Yes.
And then they would basically battle themselves in a way that made sense and was smart, and you didn't have to micromanage it.
Yes, I hated doing that.
It was great once you got it set up, and I didn't mind that. That's what I'm expecting out of this game, but it's not happening. Because you can set your teammates' AI behaviors, and it's like I have them all set on aggressive because I want them to just keep attacking the next thing, and that doesn't happen. So
Yeah,
I'll find I kill something, and only one of my party actually attacks the next thing.
you want backspace and then click on an enemy, and everyone will just focus on that enemy. That's go-to for that.
Yeah.
If you just want people to just focus on the next thing you want dead, that's the way to do that. And then you can min-max and pick the things, specific abilities that you want them to use, if you want them to use some.
Mm-hmm. It is nice that you can freeze time, so you can actually, you can plan out your abilities and stuff like that, but it's a little tedious. I kind of want it to just play itself, as far as the battle goes.
It does more of that in Deadfire, in the second one.
Okay, that's actually really good to hear. I think I can stick with it at that point, then. I don't know. Is there any point in playing the first game if you want to play the second one?
There's a lot of lore that you probably want to know.
All right.
Just read the clip notes.
I'll give it another try.
I'm going to be perfectly honest. I got maybe a bit more than halfway through the first one, and then read a plot summary for what happens in the rest of it. I haven't finished the first one yet, but the second one's way better. I'm just waiting for it to be a finished game. Fucking DLC.
Oh, right. Okay. I was going to say, is it early access or some shit? But, yeah. But, so, yeah. I put a solid 5 hours into Pillars 1, and I was doing real bad when it was just me, my monk, and the wizard teammate I found. And then I just started hiring people, because as a monk, I have no use for money. Like, I can buy intensely, like, really expensive magical items, but I don't have enough for that. But I do have enough to hire a crap ton of teammates. So I have a full party now. And I just curb stomped the first dungeon. It was nice.
Yeah, you want the wizard dude. There's also a fighter dude that you should have as well.
Oh, okay. I didn't find the fighter, but I found the priest in like the next area after that.
When you went to the thing with the tree, where you go under the tree and there's a dwarf lady that's dead hanging from it that she talks to you.
Yeah.
You should have come out from there and a dude would have talked to you and said, "Hey, you were staring at that tree for a long time."
Oh. No, that
happen?
was my wizard who said that.
Well, they have the same voice actor, but no.
Oh, well. Okay, then. I might have another teammate and like defaulted to my standby party members then.
Yeah, you might want to check into that. He's literally standing next to that tree. If you didn't recruit him.
Yeah, I'll
because he's really useful.
I could use a fighter. I could use another melee fighter. Because I hired party members and then I found party members, I actually have 2 priests right now. So that's not really doing me a lot of good. So yeah, I'm intending to enjoy that game, and it seems like a good game. It's just I haven't quite gotten the mindset down for it.
Yeah, it's very much more a strategy type of RPG than it is just let him kill things like Final Fantasy games tend to be.
Just throw your teammates at them.
Yeah.
Or throw your party at them. Yeah, and that's my actual week. That was the rest of it that I couldn't quite recall at the time.
Yeah, that fucking eye patch wolf video of Final Fantasy 15. Yeah, I regret buying that game now.
I haven't seen it, but I love mocking it because I fucking hate the combat style in that game. So
it's literally just hold the button and watch things die.
I know. I hate that. I don't ever want to play that game. I borrowed it and immediately gave it back.
Yeah. So recommendations. Anyone besides me?
Go read Lookism. That's my recommendation. Is that?
Anybody else?
Yeah, I got one. Oh, give me 1 second.
Oh, you know my answer already.
Yes.
We can't actually say that anymore because you have had some. So
Okay, fine. You're right, but I don't have anything this time.
Ken has one. He's wrong. And you know what? It's a manhwa.
No.
Exactly, you nailed it.
No?
No.
Well, make me a liar then. Alright. Slicey,
Okay,
you got your
so-
thing yet?
Yeah, I had it most of the way through that conversation.
Okay.
But it's called Thieves Can Be Heroes. My Hero Academia Persona 5 crossover.
Cool. I think I've heard about this one.
The one thing that it doesn't have going for it, unfortunately, is that it is very slow. If you played Persona 5, you know exactly where it's going. It doesn't branch off for quite a while. Most of it is just how different is Deku going to respond to this and act than Ren would. So it takes a little while to get off the ground, but it is pretty good.
All right, that sounds actually a little bit interesting.
And it's like 200,000 words. So I mean, there's quite a bit there if you're just looking for something to kill time with a decent story.
All right.
Okay. My recommendation is called Wiseman of Gotham. It's... I don't know whether it's anywhere aside from QQ, but it's there. And it's basically a self-insert in DC, and the first thing that happens to the dude is he gets found by the police in Gotham while he's naked and hearing voices in his head. So guess where he goes?
Arkham?
The most fun place in the world.
Yep. And when he's hearing voices, he's actually... Okay. Is anyone familiar with the forces in DC? Like Speed Force and the other
Yes.
ones?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those are stupid concepts, but basically he has one of those. He has the Sage Force, which is basically telekinesis, telepathy, mind shit. Effectively. So
you may want to get a link for that. I was trying to find one, and Google is not coming up with anything.
yeah. So the voices he's hearing are actually people around him. So he gets put in Arkham and is roomed next to Zaz and someone else who I forget.
Wonderful.
So that's not exactly conducive to his mental health. And as the story goes on, he basically is just surviving for a while, just waiting until he gets a chance to get out. But while he's doing that, he basically sort of creates a think tank within Arkham of all of the mad scientists and getting them to all be like, oh, right, that's a really obvious thing that I should have done, could have done, but didn't because I was kind of crazy.
Well, that
Yeah.
sounds entertaining.
And yeah. And he gets approached by villain and hero alike for all of the things that he knows, and it's done for comedic effect most of the time, like giving the evil overlord list to Vandal Savage, which he reads aloud to basically the light, effectively. I don't think it's actually a Young Justice setting, but you know the roster. So he's writing things down like, I will not have a daughter because she will inevitably betray me for the rugged, handsome hero figure. Things like that. And everyone gives Ray shit because that exact thing happened to him.
It's true. Yeah. Multiple times.
Yeah. And yeah, it's really good so far. I'm only like partway through, like 3, 4, 5 chapters through, and it's really fun. Yeah, it's my recommendation.
Sounds fun.
Patreon hasn't gone through yet because it's the first week, and that's weird how that works. But yeah, So,
Yeah.
Zero, I hope you're here next week. I would
If
like.
I'm not, I will post it in the chat.
I would like to get one of those done on time at some point. That'd be cool. Yeah. So, anything anyone wants to whatever? That was a sentence at the beginning, and then just kind of.
I mean, it was a sentence fragment.
A couple of words.
Anyone got anything they want to drop before we drop?
Not really. If anyone's familiar enough with the 5e and a barbarian to help me make one, I would appreciate it at some point. I'll be busy for today, but yeah.
Strength.
Obviously, yes. And Constitution.
Constitution.
And maybe some Dex.
Yeah.
Dex is for yellow bellies.
And people who don't want to fall on their face doing, acrobatic stuff.
Hey, you're gonna do acrobatics. Don't go halfway.
You're gonna be a barbarian. You don't do acrobatics. You body check whatever's in your way. That's just how you do.
That's true. That is very true.
Listen, that game we played was rigged for me to fail.
You spent most of your combat encounter trying to be Donkey Kong.
Yeah, and?
Okay. Alright, so that's the episode for the week. Patreon's a thing, we appreciate it. We'll do the reading next week, hopefully. Discord is a thing, we have it. Comment if you want to, but no one fucking does for some reason, because we have the Discord now, so everyone just goes there. And thanks for listening. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See you guys.